Do-do-do. Hello, you guys. Another quickie for the road. All right. I'm out here fishing, and I ran into something brand new. Some lady just talking about whistleblowers, but in the process, she's also mixing in all this Jesus crap. And her name is Extreme Reality Check. It's her name. And anyways, within her story, you can get this idea, and she has thousands of people. Everyone, all these whistleblowers and all these people are trying to get rid of religion. They're trying to bring you into, they give you all this truth, all these truths, and it all winds up being part of some new age religion. Ugh, my foot got stuck down there. And here, I'm going to chat with you before I chat with it. That, it comes down to that new age religion where it's like anti-God or anti-religion. And it's like all these people believe it. Thank you for the insight. Oh, it's just so wonderful. It's great to know you. It's so great to hear such truths. Wah, 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 wah. That is some stupid shit, you guys. I'm going to tell you right now. Listen, someone comes up and says this is some new age shit. This is 6,000 years old. All right. We're not responsible either for this discovery. Do you understand? So what? We found it. We learned something new. We dug down deep and we got this wonderful treasure from it, right? We can explain it. We can come out and show you this. We can prove it. Do you understand? That's why they're not giving us no shit on this channel. All right? Not that we can get away with murder or nothing like that. But the idea is that they're stirring up this idea that this is an anti-religious thing. That I would wonder who the hell is doing all that, because all that's doing is keeping people on the dark side. That's all it is. And thousands of people following on it. They're like, I'm talking thousands of people. Oh, yes, we're going to be reaped. We got to wait for Jesus. It's the end of times, and Revelations are supposed to open our eyes and everything will be uncovered. Well, that's what she was up to, and that we need to stick to our Bibles and stuff like that. Well, god damn, I'm just like, wow, this is crazy shit, man. So how do you go about fighting something like where everyone thinks that everything that you say and talk about and even change one word of the Bible is blasphemous to people who know that when they open up their mouths and say anything about the outside of that Bible, they are the blasphemous ones? How about them calling people queer and God hates you? God hates you, faggots, And then you come find out that male on male just means our carnal mind going into like religion and stuff like that. Because that's all these stories are about. They're not trying to teach us how to be human, They're trying to teach us how to be godly, all right? The skin ain't worthy, It's always weak, unwilling. You got to learn how to switch. You have to learn that this Bible is this probably becomes the greatest deception of them all, and that because of people's blindness to things like that, this idea of revelation and opening up your you know eyes to see something, to open, to use, whatever, wow, this is the road less traveled, and whenever I go out fishing out there, it's not to be mean. Sometimes I do. You have to put out like the bait for people to, to want to. I'm going to challenge this. Oh, well, good, because that's important that you challenge this. And even if they wind up being really mean and ornery and rude, oh, I get a chance to be real mean, ornery, and rude right back. All right, but it also comes. My side comes with a slap of intelligence that comes with a lesson, and it's really fun. And so, it leaves a little trail behind that eventually someone picks up and says, well, I understand what he is saying. And through the argument, you get to answer all these really cool questions that most people would like to argue about. let's talk about this new age business. The idea, I'm going to move you down. I'm going to give you what I was out fishing, and so. But anyways, in this thing, what she mentions, I said this new age movement. I'll use this time to do my spell check. YOU. All right. This new age movement, this new age movement. Listen, this new age movement actually connects you to God. All right. And to think that it's so simple. All right. But I'm not really even so sure what that new age. Maybe I should go and find out because it's kind of varied. Some guys are taking drugs. This one bald-headed dude is just acting totally insane and saying, "I'm so enlightened. I'm being enlightened. I'm disappearing before my eyes," and stuff like that. So, you some crazy shit. This is some theater garbage. Why, if anyone were to get enlightened, would become up acting like some fool? You know, you're supposed to be getting knowledge. You're not supposed to be giving it up. Like in being stupid and becoming, idiot. You know, you just teach things. You teach people the right things. You put them better on a better path. You don't go acting a fool. This guy's like some kind of weirdness. But what the hell? He's got thousands of people following him too. And they say if the blind is going to lead the blind, they say, well, then both of them will fall off the cliff. You understand? They're really talking really about you. But this idea of following religion, like so many have done for so long, has made the power of God to them no use. They're dead. All right. So here it is. This New Age movement you mentioned, this anti-religion, is wrong. You also mentioned at the beginning, Revelations, that this means to open one's eye, not eyes. And you say the end of times where all things are being revealed. It said, why not also the hidden side of our age-old Bibles? It's called the spirit of the text, of course. We have been reading it by the letter for centuries. And our Bible says we're supposed to read it by its spirit. And this is one side, the letter kills, and the other side, the spirit saves. So it's something about what you see and what you don't see. The vessel and what's inside the vessel, stuff like that. This is just so symbolic and so easy to understand that no one needs to be real in these Bible. No one needs to be taking any of this stuff to heart. And when you take this to heart, you're taking it to a lower place and letting emotions go run wild with you. So, this drama and things has caught everyone like this giant quagmire. It's just, oh my God, what are we going to do about that? So, what do we do? What do I do? I go out there fishing, and this is like fishes of men. It's what Jesus in the story, he's going around trying to find people to follow him. And so it's really, he's given them the keys of the kingdom. And so like you and I, we become this guy as well, He says, and you have even greater jobs, so it's not so tough to say that you and I are like this Jesus guy, whereas we're going around and opening the eyes of the blind. And we're out fishing for men. We're out fishing for the lower mind to give it a second chance at life or whatever chance, And it's actually just for those that want it, And so we still have to go out there fishing, I believe. But we probably have to take the hell for it because who do you think you are? You think you're God? And we'll have to just say yes. Or like with Jesus says, don't tell them you're Jesus, don't tell them you're Jesus, goddamn, so we could be Judas, and no one liked him, right? Oh, we could be Moses, you could be Noah. They don't mind you being these guys, saviors of the world, but don't be Jesus, damn it. All right. But anyways, it's hardly New Age. only in that it's they call it a pseudoscience. Pseudoscience is, and it's also Gnostic. This is Jesus without the Jesus. Oh my God, those guys are evil. Jesus without the Jesus. Well, they are without. All right, they can think and say anything they frickin' want. They can blow up the world, and they're going to do it. All that stuff. It's their world. This little crazy shit that we're going on with. But you guys, you don't have to be a part of that. You don't have to be a part of that mindset. Remember, we're going to get Isaac. Isaac is that child that was born, and we're going to get laughter. And even though the world is going to shit, we're going to be laughing at it, right? We're also going to be living forever and ever and ever. We were living forever and ever already. That soul of ours is ageless and constant. You can't get rid of it. That energy, you can't get rid of it. There's no way. Yeah, if there was no other side, be it God or the devil, if just one of those guys disappeared, we all disappear too. There will be nothing. We totally depend upon this particular, uh, would be what they call that. This energy becomes a polarized energy. We got to have that. Everything runs off of it. Everything runs off of it. You have to. So, as the world gets dumber and dumber, you needn't follow them off into the dark. Come aboard. Go up and catch up with your mother. She's been waiting for you. All right? Probably both of them, one inside and outside. You know, but honor that one that's inside first, and she'll make sure you go check out your real mom too. All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to go paint a koi pond.